What is anxiety and what is it not? It's Mental Health Awareness Month, so let's define some terms. Hi, I'm Mira Binzen, author of Anxious to Awesome, a practical guide for the whole family, and co-founder, along with my mom and sister, of Global Family Wellness. We're here to empower you and your family to live a life of total well-being. So I'd like to share with you three perhaps unique definitions of what anxiety is, along with three definitions of what anxiety is not. The better you understand the workings of your own mind, the more empowered you will be. So let's dive in. First of all, anxiety is the number one mental health challenge in the world today for both children and adults. It's been declared a state of emergency by the American Pediatric Association and a couple of other organizations to call attention to the fact that this is an all hands on deck moment. Anxiety is disrupting a lot of people's lives right now. So if you are feeling anxious feelings, you're not alone. The second thing to understand about anxiety is that it's contagious. If you're experiencing anxious feelings, it's likely that other people in your life are as well. And if you've got someone in your home or in your classroom or in your workspace who has anxious feelings, it's probably affecting you too. The good news here is that calm is also contagious. So in relationship with other human beings, we mirror each other's emotions, and we can use that understanding to recognize when we're feeling anxious, and being around a calm person is going to be a great strategy for us, or when there's anxious people around us, or anxious events, or anxious news, and we can choose to remove ourselves from that situation if it's causing us to feel anxious as well. The third thing to understand about anxiety, and I think this is really, really important, is that anxiety is a normal human emotion, just like anger and just like joy. We don't have a generalized joy disorder because joy is an emotion that we appreciate, that increases the quality of our life. Like anger, anxiety can sometimes get in the way of what we want to do in the world. Too much anger can cause problems. It can ruin relationships. It can be destructive. Too much anxiety can prevent us from doing the things we need to and want to do in life. So these are normal human emotions that can sometimes be too high or too intense or last for too long. But it is a normal human emotion. It's part of who you are. It's your body's intelligence. It's part of your alarm system, and it goes off when there's something important for you to be paying attention to. So when you do have anxious feelings, you can be like, aha, this is my body's intelligence. It's sending me a message. What is that message? And so when you understand that anxiety is normal, only having too much anxiety is something that we can do about. We can manage our anxious feelings just like we can manage our anger. Now, positive emotions like joy, we don't want less of, we want more of. So the key takeaway is that we can influence the intensity of our emotions, and we can also develop a relationship with them that's more positive and helpful. Now, what is anxiety not? Anxiety is not something to be ashamed of. Like I just said, it's part of our human experience. A lot of kids that I work with who have anxious feelings are bullied at school by other kids because of their anxious feelings. That's not cool. And so they feel like, oh, there's something wrong with me. I'm a bad person, or I'm having a lot of anxious feelings. I must not be doing it right. So it's a normal human emotion. It's something we can work with, and it's not something to be ashamed of. It's something to understand and recognize. Oftentimes, someone who has anxiety has a sensitive alarm system. That means your alarm system goes off when there's not necessarily a danger, or that alarm gets stuck in the on position. And the good news is that you can work with this alarm system to strengthen it and sort of dial it in so it works more effectively for you. The second thing anxiety is not is a permanent condition. It's not something that you get a sentence for and that you have for the rest of your life. You can strengthen your nervous system. You can change your relationship with anxiety. And Anxiety is not beyond your control. It's not something that's happening to you, it's something that's happening with you. And simply changing your relationship with anxiety starts to change how it shows up in your life. And so the key takeaway here is that you can become the captain of your own ship. That doesn't mean anxiety is going to go away or you're never going to have anxious feelings. That means that you understand that anxiety is something that a lot of people are dealing with right now. Anxiety is everywhere and it's contagious. Anxiety is a normal human emotion and it's not something to be ashamed of. It's not a permanent condition and it's not beyond your control. Having a mental health diagnosis or a concern can feel like there's something wrong with you, and that's just not true. There are simple tools that you can learn, that anyone can learn, to work with the mind, work with the body, and work with the breath, so that when these normal human emotions do arise, you feel more empowered. You're an active participant in your own rescue. If you'd like some extra help with this, come on over to anxioustoawesome.com and become a part of our community. We're sharing simple tips that you can use day by day to feel less anxious and more awesome. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and share it with somebody that you think might benefit from it as well. Thanks so much for being here with us. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you again soon.